billing record under billing home. So he could be using some other part of the system that I don't know about.
No, it's in there somewhere. We'll let them figure it out.
Well, I clicked on show, actually, I have to correct myself. I clicked on show all bills, and I do see something that I'll look at after the meeting and get back to you. I'll take a look, but I won't modify anything. I'll just look and see what's available there.
Good idea. I don't think we want those guys cussing us out. All right, well, we've got 12 of us. Where's that noise coming from?
I'm about to confuse everybody. I'm going from the phone to the computer.
All right, let's let Tom reshift.
Okay, I think I'm there. I'm going to close down the phone.
Oh, I think it's Tom making that noise. Okay. So I've gotten a few of the applications from associate members. If you have not completed that yet, could you do that and send it to me? Or you can send it to Paul too, and he'll upload it. The email I sent out this morning has the latest version of it. I added a drop-down box so you can select associate member or full member, and it'll show right up on the application. And the whole thing's fillable online, so you can fill it, save it, and send it.
Remember, if you're not used to doing that, to save it outside of your email and then attach the save copy. So
Yeah.
inside the email, and it doesn't actually forward the edited copy.
No, you have to save it first to your computer. Okay, so let's jump into this. So dues, if you haven't paid your dues, please do that. Jerry sent a report on the international project.
Linda, are you going to do recording of this?
It's being recorded.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No worries. I already turned it on. Okay, so he said the truck in Guatemala was completed and now ready to get out to the clinic. Said it might take a month or more to happen. He's asked for photos of when it's delivered to Mateo so the club can have them. We'll be getting the final repair costs soon. Maybe I don't think it happened before this meeting, maybe by next meeting. When they were doing the work, they found one of the cylinders had a problem, so the estimate was about $3,800, which is up $800 from before. He hopes to have the final, I guess, next week. He said to date, members of our club contributed $2,800, and if anyone else that hasn't already contributed is thinking of doing so, now would be a good time. Let's see. Probably not going to see him today. They were outside of Whitehorse, Canada yesterday in British Columbia. Let's see. Your profiles. How many of you guys have updated your profiles in Club Runner yet so far?
Done.
Done? Good job, Harold. So if you haven't done that, Jerry sent an email out for that. If you could do that, the sooner that all gets done, the sooner we can tie into RI, and then it'll update everything automatically to the RI site.
How detailed does he want that? My information in there is current, but I could always add a lot more.
As much as you feel comfortable with. If you're good with the way it's there, address, phone, that kind of stuff, we're good. Paul has some concerns on that, though. Do you want to talk about that, Paul?
Well, I'm not overly concerned. You have the ability to set privacy settings, and so you should look at what you want to have revealed and what you don't want revealed. Right now, the club has opted out of almost everything. as a default. So we can wait until maybe another month and everybody's got everything in there, and then we could talk about the process for making visible what you want to make visible. The only thing I recommend is nowhere on the internet should you ever put your real birthday, because that's one of only 3 things that an identity thief needs to know in order to steal your identity. So if you wish me a happy birthday based on what you see in Club Runner, I'll thank you, but it won't be on the right day.
Okay. Oh, we talked about, Jerry and I kind of emailed back and forth about having a charter party of sorts. We're going to do an induction ceremony at some point too. We're going to figure that one out. Anybody want to volunteer to kind of plan one? An online induction ceremony. We're going to break new ground. Anybody want to jump into that one and plan one? No volunteers? Okay. You're going to get what you get then.
You know, I would think somebody that's in an existing club now or has access to a club readily could talk to a club president, get a copy of their induction, and then shorten it or modify it as necessary.
I can get my hands on that.
I would do that, but I'm in Breckenridge, and I don't know. There are 2 clubs in cities adjoining Breckenridge, but I would have to go a few miles to go find them.
No, I actually have somebody in mind that could do the induction for us. He's a past district governor from District 5050. And he does a really good job. So it makes it humorous at the same, you know, as well as making it serious. So
Does he conduct raffles also?
does he conduct raffles?
50/50?
No, that's the district that my club was in.
Just kidding. Sense of humor.
I know, I'm not that quick today. No, half the district is Canadian, half is literally down the middle half. 28 clubs in the US, 28 clubs in Canada.
Okay.
So hence the 50-50. Then we kind of threw out ideas for some kind of a charter party. So I tossed this idea out at them. We're all in an area where there's a physical club. And what if we each talked to those clubs and kind of did a massive charter party deal that include the local clubs? Maybe we'll get people out of that too. Does that make sense?
Linda, what kind of timeline are you looking to do that?
Probably not until the fall, sometime in the fall. Not now, not in the summertime. It's too crazy. Fall, early winter, you know, sometime October, November-ish.
Where is the biggest contingent of our brand new Rotarians at? Do you have any idea off the top of your head?
Michigan? I don't know. Hey, Amanda, Keith,
Sorry I'm late.
no worries. I don't know. Paul, have you worked on any kind of a map?
Well, we have a map on our website,
Yeah.
but and it's a Google map, and I sent Jerry an email and asked him how to get at that to check it to see that it's up to date. I'm not sure, for instance, I think I'm listed as an associate member. I'm not sure we converted it to the active versus associate members. But if you go to the website, you see at least what was current probably a month ago, the distribution of all of our people within the U.S. I don't know if he put non-U.S. people on there, but you can zoom in on it and look at the cluster of members. It's right on the homepage.
Okay. Probably not till he gets back. I think that's still another week to 10 days out.
If you would make a note, Linda, to remind him when you talk to him that if he would like me to help manage that map, I'm more than happy to do that.
Okay.
I've done a lot of stuff in the past, so it's really nice to have because it shows how diverse we are, how spread out we are.
There's a Rotaract e-club that does that, and I emailed them what they were using, and they never responded back. Ever. So I'm guessing they don't check their website.
Well, my guess, I haven't used the Google tool lately, but you probably I just download our membership list in Excel, and upload it to Google and it'll do it. And I don't need to put any personal information. I can just put member number and active or honorary, which is our associate membership in the city and state, and that'll put the pin in place.
Okay. Okay. What do you think of the idea for the charter party? Is that too much?
Sorry, Linda, there was some noise on the site when you were talking. So you said to talk to our closest clubs, and what's the intention there?
Let's maybe involve them and we could do a big Zoom meeting where they all participate in our charter party. So we could have it, the people could be local, but then they could also, we could kind of expand it a little bit, which could be interesting because, you know, we're all in different time zones. It was just an idea we threw out last night. Unless you guys have some better ideas. I'm all open for ideas.
Well, it'd be kind of neat to get a group of the motorcycling Rotarians together for the charter party, and maybe wherever that site is where we can draw the most members, and then have that as the focal point, and then do an online session with the group that gets together on the bikes as well.
Not quite sure how we would, because we're all over the place. I mean, there's 3 of us, I think, on the West Coast. The rest of them are Midwest, West, East Coast for the most part, and then Canada, Honduras.
Let me think about it, Linda.
Okay, who was that?
Carrie.
Okay. Maybe we can make John Cram. We could volunteer John Cram to do that.
See what happens when you don't show up to meetings?
Exactly. We'll volunteer him. Let me see what else we had thrown out here.
My wife just threw out, if anybody wants to come to South Carolina, we'll host you.
We'll hold it in Charleston.
I don't think she knows what we're talking about.
I've been around bikers my whole life.
You heard her.
This might be the teamiest group of bikers you're ever going to be around. Although I haven't drunk with you. I haven't been drunk with you. I was going to say drink. I haven't drank. I'm out of English. I'm writing a proposal, so I'm just going to put myself back on mute and not embarrass myself anymore tonight.
What if as many as possible met, say, in Old Town, Kansas City?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be kind of a central focus point, and those that could make it, and those that can't, we can still do an online session from a hotel, you know, near Old Town, Kansas City.
Okay. Well, let's, Glenda, are you catching all this? You getting all this down?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Not trying to diminish the Kansas City idea, but looking at the map right now, we have a cluster around Detroit. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you're willing to look at sort of the northwestern corner of Ontario, and as far away as me, and a couple more from Pennsylvania. So Detroit seems to be somewhat central, and then South Carolina, Charlotte, and that area also seems to have a cluster of our members. If we were riding in, the South Carolina choice might be a more amenable one for riding in the late summer.
So let's,
Late summer, early fall.
could make it the fall ride.
Now, there's a thought.
Make it a fall ride and then kind of tie it in with those of us that aren't on the fall ride. I have like 3 volunteers. 3 heads are better than 1. Anybody want to volunteer to be on that committee?
I can help but not lead. I could certainly try, once we get the mapping thing sorted out, I could sort of look at logistics, but I'm going to be in Singapore from mid-August until early December, so I'm not going to be much use when the thing actually happens.
You can put me on the committee.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Yeah, I'll volunteer to be on the committee as well.
Okay,
Of course, I'd be happy to host it in Singapore.
I'm not coming to Singapore, sorry. Too far. Gotta sell my house first. Okay. Let's put, so we've got two guys, two of you, and then we'll put an email out. When I send the email out with the video recording being loaded up, can ask for some more volunteers. How's that sound? Sound
That
good?
sounds good. Some more would be good.
Yes.
What I think we might want to consider too, because your idea is maybe to link up with some local clubs. I would be happy to be a liaison with Rotary District 7090, which is also a Canadian and American district. We've got roughly 30 some odd, about 35 clubs on each side of the border in Southern Ontario and Western New York. So I could reach out to at least one club, and I could reach out to motorcyclists in the district. My hope is eventually to try to draw in some of the bikers who are in Rotary in as associate members, to sort of expand our membership a little and be able to ride with other people in Rotary.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought, is we might capture some people that we wouldn't normally. I share a lot of stuff. I share some things on the District 50/50 Facebook page, especially Debbie's stuff, Debbie Vance, all those little memes that she's doing, which are fantastic. But
Well, for the time being, I still manage the District 7090 Facebook page. So when we have something to promote, I promote it.
yeah, and I do that on the LaConner webpage or Facebook page too. So we've got ways to do it. So we'll get our committee together and we'll get working on that. Amanda and Keith, we talked about, and Bruce, we talked about an induction ceremony of sorts. So we'll get that figured out. And then those of you that have never been in Rotary before, like Harold, we're going to induct him.
Woohoo!
I wonder, can we get Bob Schreiner on this committee?
Yeah? You want to ask him?
Well, he would be an ideal party in the sense of all the places he's gone and done and seen. And I know he's done that South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee area. He's probably done most everywhere. Yeah, I'll give Bob a call, see if I can get him on.
Okay. Here goes, my internet connection's getting unstable again. Okay, I'm gonna ask Rob Martin, he's the past district governor for District 50/50, to see if he'd be willing to do the induction. I think you guys would enjoy him. He's a good guy. Maybe we can get more than one past district governor in there too. Get a couple of them.
Where is he located?
He is in Burlington, Washington, so just close to where I live.
You said Burlington, and I was hoping you were going to say Colorado.
Hold on. Cosmo! Neighbor's dog. Yeah, if we can get a couple of, 2 or 3, that'd be kind of fun too. They can play off of each other.
Maybe the pastor could come to his twin city, Burlington, Colorado.
There you go.
Chris Jones would be good at it too. I know he's extremely busy, but he's been an initial or charter member in his club.
Yeah. So we'll get that going too. I'll just put an all call out for members for that committee, and we'll get that going too. We'll have 2 committees going. Good stuff. So Amanda, Bruce, and Keith. Oh, Amanda walked away. Go. Dues. If you haven't got your dues paid up yet, if you could do that, that'd be great. And then if you haven't filled out that membership form, if you're an associate member, if you could fill that, though there's one attached to the the reminder this morning for the meeting. If you could fill that out, you can save it on your computer and then attach it to an email and send it back. That would be great. They're slowly trickling in.
I have not done the form yet. I'll do that this week, but I have got my dues paid up for the year.
Okay. Use the form that I sent this morning, because I actually added a drop-down box for active or associate member at the very top. So it makes things easier too. I don't have to go. Which one were they?
And,
Yeah.
and if anybody needs the forms, they're on our district, on our club website, both in the public download documents area and in the private area. I update them every time she gives me a new version. So if you ever need to download a copy in a hurry, you can grab it there.
And you can share it with your friends too. There's a method to my madness. Does anybody have anything else? That's pretty much all I've got right now. Pictures, if you have pictures, if you haven't sent me one yet, if you could send me one, that'd be great. So we're going to redo the carousel at the top of the web page.
Linda, I have a question. Sorry. I have a question regarding your comment around the final repairs for the truck.
Yeah.
So it was $3,800 and members have contributed $2,800. So the other $1,000, where is that coming from?
They're looking for more contributions. So if somebody wants to contribute, it hasn't yet. There's still an opportunity.
When I tried to make a contribution, the link didn't seem to go through. Is there something I need to do to make a contribution?
Let me get with Jerry when I'll share eWealth tonight, and then I'll find out where.
I'm gonna look. Jerry sent me a link that was broken, and then he sent me a new link. If I can find it right now, I'll put it in the chat box.
Perfect.
Good.
I'm gonna plan on hitting my club up for $1,000 on Saturday, so.
Good. Okay. Does anybody have anything else? Did I forget something? I don't think I did.
I do.
Okay.
As I was browsing around our Club Central account on RI, I realized that we probably need to have some conversation about what our goals are in terms of service and giving and other stuff. Have you planned out or mapped out a process for coming to that point? Figuring out what we want to set up as our goals for the evening.
What is he doing? I didn't hear what you said because my husband started up his truck. Can you say that again, Paul?
I just muted myself. I mute myself when I'm not talking. So when I was sort of wandering around Club Central on the Rotary website, I realized there's a whole area where they would like us to submit our goals, our giving goals and our service.
Yeah.
Has the board had some discussion, or what is the process for getting at what we would like to achieve in this coming year?
Usually the club president puts those in and then they share them with the board. So I've got to go in and look at what they want us to have or accomplish with goals. Because there's always a list of, this year I think there were 7 this last year, 7 or 8 different areas. A couple years ago it was a massively long list. So we just need to go in and do that, and then we still have to have a board meeting. Haven't done that yet.
Okay, you're talking about the presidential citation, right?
Yeah, but
That's usually
all the
where they
goals
have
get input, go towards that.
Yeah.
And I think that Casa Colibri is a very good project. I think that's very Rotarian.
Yeah.
And it gives us an international project right off the bat.
Correct. Also like the idea of a ride for Polio Plus.
There's one listed on our website right now. I think it's through IFMR.
Yeah, it's this fall, I think.
Yeah, in September. I just had a thought and it escaped me.
Eureka Springs, I believe.
Yes, it starts in Eureka Springs, goes up and around, ends in Eureka Springs. I think it was the 17th, 18th, and 19th or something of September.
Maybe I should trailer my motorcycle there, and then from there go to South Carolina. Or, yeah, that.
Harold's like, I think I'm out of town that week. God, I can't remember what I was thinking. Okay. Anybody else? That's all I have for today. So if you guys have stuff that you want on, next week it's Glenda, you're on the docket next week, right?
Right.
Talking about Glenda.
Yeah. Woohoo.
I've been trying to find a program for the 6th of August. 7th of August, excuse me. We just had a program at my other club that on the Camino de Santiago, which was really good. So if you guys are interested in that, I've already asked her if she'd be willing to do her presentation, but online. Is that something you guys would like to hear? It was really interesting.
What is it?
The Camino de Santiago is a 500-mile trek in Spain. Or do you want to stick with just motorcycling stuff? Oops. Anybody have any thoughts on that one?
I think
Well,
it sounds like an interesting program.
It was really good. Bonnie was the police chief for the city of Anacortes, Washington, and she retired last year at the end of March and then walked it starting the end of April last year. So it was a good, she did a really good presentation last night.
I mean, I think anybody that's got that when we hear a good presenter, all of us kind of have an obligation to feed it into this club too. Yeah.
So if you have speaker ideas, or you can, like Glenda did last week or the week before, let Paul know or myself know, and we'll get it up on the website, on the calendar. We'll get them scheduled onto the calendar. So right now we have August 6th, 7th, and December, I think it was 5th or 6th, something like that. That first Wednesday in December is when we have speaker slots open outside the club.
My suggestion is clear it with Linda, but copy me, and then if she says okay, I'll stick it up on the website. I'll also put it on Facebook a few days ahead as an event.
Good idea. Okay. Anybody else have anything? Otherwise, it's going to be a really short meeting today.
My little Havanese is terrorizing me. That's why I keep moving my hand and you get a dog face in the picture every once in a while.
Yeah, I had 2 stinky dogs next to me a few minutes ago, and they smell bad because they go down and go in the bay, right? So they get wet and salty and smell. But it's all good. Okay. So we'll get a.
Let me throw out this topic, new topic off sort of the record. How many miles do you put on your motorcycle tires before you replace them?
You're asking the wrong. I've only been riding for 4 years, so I haven't ridden that many miles yet. These other guys are gonna have to answer.
Depends on what they look like. I mean, I don't set a set number of miles. I keep my eye on them, and when they get down low, I replace them.
On my Sportster, I usually am good for about 5,000 on the rear or a few more, and 10,000 on the front.
I can usually get about 8,000 to 10,000 on my Goldwing.
Depends on the tire.
Yeah.
And how you drive.
I use a little softer rubber for additional traction and stopping power, even though the tires cost a little bit more and don't have the high mileage feature.
Yeah, you should get high mileage with that little girly bike.
I'll challenge you to a fuel mileage contest.
So getting 16,000 miles out of a pair of tires sounds like I'm done pretty good.
What?
I think you're doing good if you can do that.
No way. Not a motorcycle tire.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No.
Depends upon how you ride and what kind of riding you're doing. You can't.
Are they Michelin tires?
Yep.
Yeah, Michelin are different rubber. Michelin wear well.
Yes, they do.
That's got to be hard rubber, which means low traction.
I like the traction.
Yeah, traction is good with 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Harold, maybe we should have lunch here pretty soon, and I'll let you look at my tires.
Do I have to bring my bike?
Do I have to bring mine?
No, Out a little early, buddy. Sure, anytime. Let me know. We could do lunch. I love it.
I'm muting and unmuting people. I'm trying to figure out where that noise is coming from. It's Howie. Howie's got something going on in the background there.
He's got the blender mixed drinks going on.
That works. All right. Now there's still somebody's got a vacuum cleaner going.
Just got back from a week down in Ohio. Has anybody ever rode the, I think they called it the triple nickel? It's like 555, I think it is.
I did.
I just sent for the brochure that they mail out, and we're kind of checking it out now, looking at the future.
Yeah, it's a cool ride.
It's a good ride. I did it a couple of years ago. The IFMR did it a year before that. It's about 60 miles of nothing but twists and turns.
Yeah, through the Mennonite country. It was interesting. So I took a couple back roads and ended up seeing Mennonites and farmers, and it's interesting.
We're getting ready to go on a 6-day ride next week, so you might head that way.
Yeah. It's a nice area. The map we had was called the Windy 6, I think it is. There is a map you can order. Maybe that's the one that you've ordered.
Yeah, it was the Windy 9.
Well, yeah, we were there with the lady that created that. Everybody kept saying windy, but it's supposed to be windy. So, yeah, the good routes.
Okay. Anything else for the good of the order until next week?
Let's hope we have a minimal hurricane season. We don't need any more Irma repeats.
No.
It's just a question of time.
I would like to point out that my hurricane season started by looking out from my 6th floor window down into the sunroof of my car as it was pouring rain today. I came out to an inch of rain in each of my cup holders. I've had the car for exactly 4 days.
Ooh.
So,
Amanda.
and actually, it's not even my car. It's my husband's car because my car's in the shop.
Oh,
you guys were catching heck up there earlier today.
Yeah, it got crazy. And it was so stupid because I swear to you it was sunny. I went into the restricted area where I'm working with no windows and came out, and it was like all hell broke loose. And I didn't even think about the stupid sunroof. See,
It sounds like one of those, we have a problem.
Well, it was my problem because I had to get the wet butt to drive home to dry it out.
Yeah.
Cloth seats.
No leather seat. Flighty, wet, hot. Carol, did you see the video that I sent you?
no.
Can I share with you guys the video I found of Harold doing some police bike training?
No.
I'd like to see it.
No.
I'm 100% sure it's not really Harold, but let me see if I can share my screen here.
Oh, Harold, come on.
Yeah,
Motor off.
Oh, you got me disabled, Linda. Can I share?
Oh, yeah? No, you're not disabled. You're good.
It says the host disabled the attendee view screen sharing. Oh, here, I'll just send you the link and you can share. How about that?
Probably somebody riding in a bunny suit.
All right, let's see. There we go.
I haven't listened to this one with sound, so I apologize if there's swearing. I don't think there is though.
All right, hold on. It's loading.
Because I know you guys all know that I would never swear.
Except earlier today.
It's thinking. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, no! Stop. Let's start it over.
It's very much a cooler video with
Oh, technical difficulties.
I know. From a computer, figure that one out.
Send us the link.
All right. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
I hate those kind.
Yeah, it's a little jerky. I sent the video or the link to everybody. You guys can watch it. It's pretty impressive, actually.
That's not Charleston, Harold.
Thanks, Terry.
We host a motorcycle rodeo about once a year here. It's now switched between Charleston and Myrtle Beach, and it's a big draw. I mean, there's a couple hundred people every day at the event watching, cops all day long. They're amazing. The one I love the most is not so much the cones and the serpentine stuff. It's the slow ride.
Slow ride.
I've seen guys come in from one side of the parking space and go out the other next parking space over in more than a minute and a half.
Oh,
and
sure.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Too much time on your hands.
All right, well, if nobody has anything else, then Glenda, you're staying on. And I'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. Everybody have a good week. We'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good.
See you then.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Yep.
Night.
Bye.
Take care.
Hi, Jane.
Who's Jane?
I don't know.
Hi, Jane.
I don't know who she is. Your audio's turned off. Oh, who's there?
Jane and friend.
Okay.
Hello, Jane.
Hi. I just wanted to pop in and congratulate you on the newest Rotary Club of District 6380.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But we don't know who you are.
Huh?
We don't know who you are.
Oh, well, I'm the district governor.
Oh!
You know, that a cup of coffee will get you, you know. So.
You should have been on like 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
I know, I got tied up at another meeting. So.
You should hop back on next week then.
Okay, all right. And you start at 7 on Tuesdays, right?
7 Eastern. What
Okay.
time are you in? Are you in?
I'm in Eastern, yeah.
Okay, 7 o'clock Eastern.
So, where are you all from?
I'm in Washington State.
Oh.
And I'm from Ontario, Canada.
Hey.
Hey?
Yeah. Yeah, well, part of our district is from Chatham-Kent.
Yes.
Yeah, so great to meet you and look forward to getting on a little more often.
Yeah.
And,
We're going to plan an induction ceremony, and I'm going to try to get Rob Martin, he's a past district governor of District 5050, to be part of that. Would you be willing to be part of that? We've got some folks that have,
you know when you're going to have it?
not yet.
Okay, well, let me know and I'll check my schedule. And I'd be happy to if I'm available.
Okay, we have a few folks that haven't been Rotarians before, so we're going to induct them properly.
Okay. And are you the president now?
I am.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
And Glenda?
I'm the secretary.
Okay, good, good.
Thank
And I'll figure out how to get a theme banner to somebody.
Send it to Jerry Jackson.
Okay. Was Jerry on tonight?
No, he's on his bike trip. Him and Rory and Judy Wyndham rode to Alaska.
Yeah, I knew.
Sunday I'll see them. I'm going to have them over at my house for breakfast on Sunday. It'll be in my area, just north of Seattle. Right now I'm south of Seattle, but we're going to connect and go from there. And then they'll head back home.
Okay. Yeah. We were
Jane,
up in.
What's your last name, Jane?
McManus. McManus.
Okay, thank you.
And,
I got my fur baby here.
okay.
Smells bad.
So, I've been trying to send you a couple of emails, Linda, but it says you're not accepting district email, so I got to figure out why.
I started getting all kinds of weird emails from different clubs, so send it to Linda M. Ryan.
Okay, Linda M. Ryan, R-Y-A-N?
Correct, at live.com.
L-Y-B or Z?
Live, L-I-V-E.
Oh, L-I-V-E.com?
Yep.
Okay, great.
I had all these emails start showing up from different clubs in Ann Arbor and places like that, and I'm like, okay.
Well,
I am too.
They're part of the district, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry I didn't get here sooner, but I was got caught up in another meeting, and I wanted to get at least on to say hi.
Yeah, thank you. Well, next week, Glenda's going to give a presentation about herself.
Oh, okay.
That one.
So you'll have lots of time to talk.
Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, it's nice to meet you ladies and look forward to for future conversations.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Hold on, I'll let the dog in.
Okay.
What now? There she goes. Okay.
Okay. That was funny.
Who is that person? All right, I'm going to bring Club Runner up. Like, oh. Here's the one thing that that we've been doing in the Laconia. A lot of the clubs are doing, because what RI wants is volunteer hours, RI whatever. Is your club doing, your other club doing that?
No, we haven't been.
So we need to figure out, I wish Club Runner had a space where we could capture that. I mean, there is on the RI website. Have you been in there yet? Do you have a My Rotary account?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I know there's a way, and what I might do is have the gal that's the secretary in Laconia, or was last year, she's the one that started inputting that stuff. So maybe I'll connect the two of you and she can walk you through that process.
And she was putting it right into that website then?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't done it, but we capture anything volunteer hour. So that came out of the conference the international conference in Atlanta last year or the year before, when they were planning for it. They went to Coca-Cola to see if they'd be a sponsor, and Coca-Cola want to know how many volunteer hours members do. Right. And they didn't have an answer. So
would there be a spot then that members have to key in their volunteer hours, or how?
Maybe, or they can give it to you or email it to you. Oh wait, let me stop the recording.
Yeah.